Hey there, let's talk about trimming. A lot of times I meet clients who have been natural for their journey has panned out for maybe over 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So people would even say all their life they have been natural. And then you find out that the hair is not growing. And when such a thing presents, when such a case presents in the clinic, I'm always curious as to why you should have that length of hair in 3 years. Obviously, is there an underlying condition that is not enabling your follicles to produce new hair, or do you just have bad hair care practices? And more often than not, we find out that these clients are not trimming their hair. So there are two group of people. There are two groups of people in the non-trimming circle or in the non-trimming group. There are two kinds of people. There are the people who don't even know that they should trim. They don't even know there's anything like trimming the hair. And then there are the people who know, but they believe that trimming their hair is removing the progress they have made over time. And I just wanted to use this video to clarify that you need to trim your hair. So typically our hair grows from our scalp and breaks from our tips or the shaft of the hair. So if your ends are not properly taken care of, it's going to result in it breaking off on its own. And the hair is not intelligent enough to break off at even places. So it's going to happen at different points of the hair shaft throughout your whole head. And that would result to thinness, that will result to like uneven hair, and that will result to what would consequently look like your hair growth is stunted. So why should you factor in a trim? Because our hair is going through a lot of wear and tear during the course of us wearing our hair. We're doing just the barest minimum. Even just having hair on your head is enough wear and tear. And then a lot of us are doing protective styles. We're in and out of braids, we're in and out of weaves, we're in and out of wigs and stuff. That's friction, that's mechanical stuff, and the hair is going to go through a lot of wear and tear, and it's going to split in certain places. The reason why you want to factor in a trim as part of your regimen, and if you haven't understood what a regimen is a set of practices that you incorporate into like your routine to ensure that you're taking care of your hair. So if you haven't factored it into that your hair regimen, it's going to consequently break off. But if you have factored a trim into your cycle of taking care of your hair, then you will get to the hair and the splits and the damages before it gets out of hand and it becomes like detrimental to you retaining length. So most times people are not their hair length isn't changing, not because their hair is not growing from their scalp. If you're healthy, if you're well, for the most part you're going to grow new hair every month or every other month. But the challenge and the question is, are you retaining the length? So how often should you do a trim, you may ask? It depends on how often you manipulate your hair. I would say from a minimum of once a year to 3 to 4 times a year is appropriate for you to trim your hair. So it depends on how often you do your hair and manipulate your hair. That would determine how often you should get a trim for your hair. So you could go for as little as a light dust. So do not be scared of trimming your hair, because sometimes all you need to take is a quarter of an inch off your hair, and in most cases, if it's terrible, maybe more, and all of that. So if you keep your trim in a schedule, for me, at this point, 3 to 4 times a year is sufficient enough for me to do a trim on my own hair. Besides, sometimes I just get scissors happy and I cut off anything that I don't like, any ends I'm not liking and all of that. Just, at this point, I'm at that phase in my life where as much as I desire length, I also want my hair to be thoroughly healthy. So yeah, you do you. So basically, if you do not do your trims, you're not going to retain length. Your hair is not going to change length much over the years. So factoring in a trim, it's very important for you to be able to retain length. And you could do curly cuts, your hair in the curly state. But recently, as I've grown in the industry, I'm also loving straight cuts, so blowout or silk pressed cuts. You know, more objective view of what your ends look like and a clearer picture of where exactly you should put the scissors in. I hope this helps you out. If you're a trimmer, let us know how often do you trim your hair and how has it affected your hair journey? Are you able to retain length or are you stuck at one length over the years? And if you're not a trimmer, please can you let us know why you are not trimming and would you change your mind about trimming now you know the benefits of trimming? I'll see you guys in my next video. It's Adora signing out. Bye.